property management, perfect. When we dig into those assets and realize that they're receiving a 1% rate of return on a $2 million asset, they realize real quick it's actually not good. On top of all that, if you're gonna have a property manager, which I like, you're gonna have to find that property manager and vet that property manager and talk to that property manager and keep that property manager honest. I'll be perfectly candid. Property managers are absolute extremes. I had a really good friend once tell me that his property manager couldn't do a worse job if he was trying. That happens a lot. And then there's a lot of times where there's just errors, so the property manager is trying to rob you blind. You gotta keep an eye on property management because some of them are very good and some of them are hideous, and they can completely change the whole game plan when it comes to owning investment real estate. So you gotta find them, vet them, deal with them, figure out what your dispute resolution is going to be, figure out if you can get leverage and work with that property manager. All of that is necessary. And that's not property management. That's business management. Property management, perfect. When we dig into those assets and realize that they're receiving a 1% rate of return on a $2 million asset, they realize real quick it's actually not good. When they realize there's $600 a month under market rent and the property manager's just asleep at the switch, they get real mad real quick. When they realize that the property manager's been padding bills for 10, 20 years because they're not a good property manager. And when they realize that that great tenant that they thought was great is actually a quiet tenant because there's $600 a month under market rent and they have let everything just go to garbage in that property. We're talking walls and sewage backing up, just a nightmare property. That tenant moves out $600 under rent and you realize, wait, that tenant wasn't great. It was a living disaster. I was unaware. You got to keep track of all of that. Again, not property management. That's business management.